The restoration of Tahmasp II to the Safavid throne took place in the latter part of 1729 by a series of battles fought between Nader, Tahmasp's commander-in-chief, and Ashraf Hotaki.Despite nominally bringing Tahmasp to the seat of power, true authority still rested with Nader, who had ever since the debacle in northern Khorasan managed to seize Tahmasp II as his vassal. As for Afghan rule, the Ghilzai Afghans were ejected from the Iranian Plateau permanently and in the following years were re-annexed by Nader, whence they were once again absorbed into the Persian Empire. Overview of the campaign. Battle of Mymandust. Having delayed a confrontation with Tahmasp long enough, Ashraf found himself threatened by the pretender to the Safavid throne and his young general Nader. Hearing of their expedition against the Abdali of Herat, Ashraf decided to march on the capital of Khorasan and capture Mashhad before Nader could return from the east. However, Nader was back in Mashhad well before Ashraf had a chance of invading Khorasan. Marching towards Damgan, Nader and Ashraf clashed near the village of Mymandust, where, despite being heavily outnumbered, the Persians gave the Afghans a terribly bloody lesson in modern warfare and crushed Ashraf's army, forcing him to retire towards Semnan. Ambushed at Khwa-Pass, Ashraf retreated west, where he set up a well-thought-out ambush in the Khwa-Pass, where he hoped the Persians, flushed with the recent triumph, would be surprised and dealt a heavy blow. Nader, upon discovering the ambush, encircled and then completely destroyed it, with whatever remnants fleeing towards Isfahan. Battle of Merchcourt. Requesting urgent support from the Ottoman Empire, Ashraf sought to counter the Persian army's thrust towards Isfahan. The Ottomans, keen to hold Ashraf in power instead of seeing a resurgent Persia on their eastern frontier, were all too eager to help with both guns and artillerymen. At the Battle of Merchcourt, the Afghans were yet again decisively defeated, forcing Ashraf to flee south. Liberation of Isfahan. Nader liberated Isfahan and soon after received Tahmasp II outside the main city gates, where the Shah expressed his gratitude to Nader. The city had been devastated by the Afghans, leaving very little in terms of riches for when Nader arrived. Tahmasp famously wept when he saw what had befallen the capital. The city was greatly reduced both in terms of population and in terms of wealth. The people took vengeance on those Afghans who were found hiding throughout the city. End of Afghan rule in Persia. Nader set out from Isfahan heading towards Shiraz, where Ashraf was busy raking together what he could with the support of some of the local Arab tribes. At this juncture, there was no realistic hope for a revival of Afghan fortunes, and near Zargan the Persian engaged and decimated the last army Ashraf commanded, with historical sources disagreeing on his exact fate in the aftermath of the battle.